Who was Jesus Christ? Was he God? Was he a man? Was he something in between? The Gospels paint a picture of this historical figure who would change the world. One of the men who contributed to the painting is John. John's book is considered to be a reliable eyewitness account of the events in Christ's ministry. I was curious to talk with the man himself and find out what Jesus was like during the times we don't see him. Who was Jesus behind the scenes? So tell me, John, what would Jesus do at the end of a long day?
Well, Ron, Jesus spent most of his days preaching, healing, teaching. But at the end of the day, he was pretty tired. I usually come home, kick off his sandals, have dinner with the family. Usually enjoyed reading a good scroll, and usually make it out to the workshop to, make a chair, table, or something like that.
And what about you guys? I mean, the Bible tells us that you spent, the better part of 3 years on the road doing ministry with Jesus. But you had to have a day off every now and then. So what were those like?
Well, we really didn't have a whole lot of free time. But when we did, we knew how to take advantage. We'd usually hang out by the market, have cookouts, just walk around and meet the people in the village we were in. But the thing we liked to do the most was have foot races out on the Sea of Galilee.
What, foot races? Well, you don't mean...
You call yourself a journalist? Follow me.
John led me out to his backyard where he likes to go to relax and do his writing. As we approached his pool, it made sense. What would ordinarily be called a swimming pool might here be called a walking pool. John demonstrated the technique involved in balancing on water, even though he can't quite pull it off like he used to. He reiterated to me the importance of having faith when trying to pull off this miraculous feat. Suffice it to say, I was lacking in this area on this day. So speaking of walking on water, Jesus performed all these miracles. They're all written down in the Bible. He helped a blind man see, he healed the cripple, he rose a man from the dead. What was it like to actually bear witness to these events firsthand?
Well, Ron, what we see in the Gospel is very impressive. I chose to include the stories that I did just to show how powerful and compassionate a man Jesus was. But what people don't see are like the day-to-day miracles. For example, we were walking along the street one day and a little boy was in his front yard and fell down, scraped his knee, and knee started bleeding. And Jesus walked over to him and put his hand over his knee and healed him right there. And it's those kind of day-to-day miracles that people don't get to see.
Wow, amazing. Jesus really knew how to connect with people. That's funny. Christians proclaim this ability to have a personal relationship with Jesus. To many outsiders, that would seem like a foolish idea. How can a mere human have a relationship with, the Almighty? Maybe you can help me understand how this is possible.
Well, your wording is very interesting. We're merely humans, but the funny thing is that Jesus was also human. Throughout the miracles and great things he performed, at the end of the day, we all knew that he was just like us, and he was my friend. And I guess through my writings, I attempted to convey that to the reader, that Jesus, at the end of the day, was my friend. He was a man, and you can relate to him.
Off camera, John reassured me that the Jesus we see in the Bible is an accurate picture of the whole man. He also wanted to remind our viewers that he wrote 4 other books in addition to his gospel: the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd epistles of John, and Revelation. You can find them at your local bookstore. That's all for us here tonight. Thank you, and have a good evening.